Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you see, I got the same makeup on because I'm filming two videos today. This video, I really just wanted to do another story time video. I got good response back from my first story time video a few months ago, and I just really wanted to basically do another story time video. And since this month, the month of May, is Brain Tumor Awareness Month, I just decided to tell my story on brain tumor. Yeah, so I say I was about 8 or 9. I'm not sure how old are you when you're in 3rd grade, but I was like 9 something, 9 maybe 10, I'm not sure. I was living in North Carolina and I met this girl named Brittany. Me and her became best friends like instantly, like the first day of school. My family is military, so we moved a lot within the years or whatever. So I was very shy at becoming friends with different people. Every time you turned around, we was moving, we had to pick up, move, we had to make new friends. And I think that's the only hard part about being a military family, is that you pick up and move so much and then you just lose and leave behind all your friends. But we moved to North Carolina and I became friends with a girl named Brittany on the first day of school, and me and her was really close. Brittany, me and her used to talk to each other every day. We had the same class together, everything. We ate lunch together. She literally was like my ace boon coon in 3rd grade. Like nothing could have went wrong between us. We used to do sleepover, slumber parties, stuff like that. My mom used to let us, go at it. I say like literally like probably in between the middle of the school year, she started missing a lot of school. Like she was always missing school. She would tell me like she was having like the worst headaches and everything. And I always thought that everything was going to be okay, because she told me she was going to go to the doctor. Her mom said she had to go to the doctor because she kept having migraine headaches, and her headaches were so like severe, like she kept crying every time she had a headache. And you just don't know how to console somebody. You a child yourself, you just don't really know. And one day I just remember like we had a teacher at I think the school was like called Benjamin Martin or something, elementary school in North Carolina. I think that's the school name. I'm not really sure. I think that's it. And we had a teacher, I forgot her name, but she literally had an attitude with Brittany because she missed so much school. And it's not because she wanted to miss school. I mean, you gotta think she's only like 9, maybe 10 at the time. So it's not like she wanted to miss school. She just was not at school for whatever reason. At the time we didn't really know. I just knew, the only thing I knew was that she had kept having severe headaches and it caused her, to cry, and it was painful for her. So I just knew that she was dealing with that on her own. So I say about the teacher, Brittany came to school one day, and the teacher was like, it was a lady, she was like, you know what, I'm not gonna pass you to the 4th grade because you never at school. How you expect to learn your lesson and you're never in school? So like it made her cry. Like I don't even understand why this teacher would want to make a child cry, like it's really the child's fault. And I felt like the teacher was in the wrong at the time because she said it in front of the whole class. And I vividly remember that. Me and Brittany were sitting right next to each other, and I gave her a hug because she started crying. But I felt like if you had an issue with this child missing so much school, you needed to contact their parents and find out, was it a situation going on, or what was going on that causes this child to miss so much school. But apparently she never did that. She just felt like it was okay to embarrass her in front of the whole class, in which it was not cool. Me being a parent now and being a lot older now, if that would have happened to my child, I would have nutted the fuck up. But yeah, but yeah, she made her cry and everything. And Brittany, like a few days later, I remember we was on the bus. We rode the bus together to school. Our bus was the same bus. And she told me that her mom made her a doctor's appointment and that she had a doctor's appointment the next day. So we The next day, she did not come to school. And when she finally did come back to school, we was riding the bus, going to school, and she told me she had to have surgery. And when she told me she had to have surgery, I'm like, what you have to have surgery on? Like, I didn't understand, like, what you have to have surgery on? They said she had a brain tumor. And, you know, me being so young, I didn't know what that was. I didn't even know the effects of having a brain tumor at the time. I didn't know what that could do to somebody, especially her being so young. I really didn't know. Brittany, she ended up basically withdrawing out of school because she went on and had the surgery. And at the time, I don't think she actually withdrew out of school at that particular time. I just think because of her surgery, she was out of school for like weeks or whatever. But when she had the surgery and she was finally able to have visitors, her mom allowed me to come see her or whatever. But her mom told me vividly, and I vividly remember her telling me that she's not going to be the same when you talk to her. She's not going to remember you and everything else. And I was like, what? Like, I didn't understand. Like, that's my best friend. How she's not going to remember me? That's when her mom told me, like, she's just not the same. She don't remember anything. And I remember, like, she was having complications and stuff. So she couldn't, at that time, she couldn't even have visitors. It was crazy. And by the time that whole school year ended, we went back to Alabama to go see our grandparents for the summer, and we ended up staying back in Alabama. If you don't know, I am from Alabama, so yeah. We went and stayed back with my grandparents, and we ended up moving there. We ended up not going back home. And I remember my mom came down because my mom ended up moving back to Alabama with us, and my mom came down and I was laying in the bed with her, and I was like, I want to go visit Brittany and see how she's doing. And my mom took me up there. We found her house and everything. We went back up there, and by this time, like a year had then went by. And we go to her house and we go see her. Mind you, it's the first time I seen her since she had the surgery and everything. And when I went to go see her, her mom told us the same thing. Like, you know, she's doing a little bit better now. You know, she's not going to probably remember you and stuff like that. So when I go in there, and she was just so small. Like, it just, like, stunned her growth. Like, she was just so small. She, like, was playing with her dolls on the floor, and I remember watching her, and she gave me a doll. She, like, wanted me to play with Barbie dolls. So I was like, okay. So I go play with the Barbie dolls, and her mom was like, you know, she still thinks of you as being, you know, like 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, or whatever. So her mom said, Brittany, do you know who that is? Like, do you remember who she is? And she, like, shook her head. Like, she knew exactly who I was. And her mom was like, do you know her name? And she said, yes. And she was like, well, what's her name? She said, Belinda. And her mom just, like, I remember she just, like, broke down and started crying because at that point in time, her mom had already told us that she didn't remember anything. And Brittany didn't even remember her own mom, dad, and brother, but she remembered me. And her mom just, like, started crying, and, you know, she grabbed me and she was like, thank you for always being a good friend for my daughter and stuff like that. And at that point, it taught me to always be good to people that you meet. You know, you never know somebody's situation. And I still get teary-eyed to this day about the whole situation because she was my first best friend. Like, that was my first true friend, and also the first friend that I lost, being that, you know, our relationship was broken because of a disease that's in a lot of children that starts off. Brain tumors affect a lot of children, and that's why they have awareness months. But yeah, and I remember we was playing with her, and we stayed over there, and I will always remember this girl. Like, I remember putting her in the bed and everything because we was leaving, and I cried when we left. Like, I cried because I missed her so much, and I didn't care that she was not the same, you know, mentally she was not the same person that I knew and loved a year and a half prior, but she was still the same person. And to me, I always felt like she was still my baby now that I'm older than her. Like, our height was like this, you know, and I just felt like she was just my little baby, and like I was meant to be there to protect her. The only sad part about the whole situation is that eventually they ended up moving to Texas. I want to say it's either Houston, Texas or Dallas, Texas. I'm not really sure. She moved back with her mom's side of the family, and that's where they relocated at, and we moved back. That we will still staying in Alabama, but we lost contact. Her mom gave us their number at that time, but with us moving so much, we ended up losing contact and everything. So to this day, I have not seen her. I think if I was to ever see her again, I would cry, because I just felt like, I just want to know that she is okay, and the fact that all these years has gone by and I haven't even seen her or her family or heard anything or learned her progress, it is crazy to me. And I think about her so much. And basically, yeah, I mean, it's a touchy subject for me. I'm very sensitive about the subject, because at the same time, you can meet somebody that, and then a few days later they're gone, or a few days later they're totally not the same person. So it just taught me at a very young age to always be appreciative and always, be there to support people no matter what their situation is. Never judge a book by its cover, basically. And they teach you that when you're a child. And with that, I just feel like with her being so sick and us not knowing, and a grown woman, as in our teacher, our third grade teacher, a grown woman can sit there and belittle a child like that and not know her situation or anything. I just felt like, that was just fucked up, And to this day, I always teach my son to never judge somebody by the way they appear. Never judge somebody by certain situations. Always get to know them, And it taught me that very young. And I'm very blessed and very fortunate to have met Brittany and to have been able to be one of her best friends, and probably the only best friend she had at that point in time, And to this day, I love her so much. And even though I don't know where she's at or anything like that, I just want to say that I do love her, and she's always somebody I think about constantly. So I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, like, and please be very informed in the brain tumor awareness, and bring awareness to other diseases that's out there, please, because everything counts and everything deserves to be put on a pedestal. Until next time, guys, see you later.